Dang, everybody. Dang. Look who's on time. That train is always late. Oh, I forgot to text Wanda. Dang it. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Because she asked me to go live and I said no. I'm live just for you. She asked me to go live and I was like, I don't have anything to say. I don't have anything to say. I got nothing. And then I felt bad because I told you guys I would 3 hours ago. And then I thought, I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it. Plus, I put makeup on today. Hey, Ann. Hey, Ellie. Jason P. and Mods, love you all. Thank you for being here. Hey, Renee B. Tina Mays. Cliff Ann. Buffy. Donna Cooper. Liz Tricks looking super cute. Meredith Lynn. No One. Maisie Shiloh. Joel Sachs. Look at that. Lisa White's here. The whole fam damly. Leslie D. Hey, Wrench. Oh, man, Leslie, you gave it away. You gave it away. Trixie. Thank you, Trixie. Hey, Lisa Vining. Rachel. Dr. Manny. Welcome in. Hey, Kestrel. I think I said hi to you, but I'm not sure. Hey, Ghostwriter. Hey, Abigail's Seaweed Snack. Thank you, Abigail. I got this at a thrift store. Hey, Amy Edge. Thank you, Joel Sachs. Tony Scuta. Thank you, Trixie. I love you. Deborah Ricci. Love the jade necklace with the red. Thank you. It's actually turquoise. It's that fake howlite dipped turquoise that everybody's claiming that I wear. Lori Lee. Definitely prayers for you, Lori Lee. That's horrible, and I'm very sorry. I can relate. I understand, actually. Hey, Bumblebee. See we not. That's right. Hey, Yawn. Hey, Shell. Joanne Hawley. Non-commentator. That's really cute. Welcome in. Hey, Philip Wright. 2 in a row. Florence Southard. Iwa. Anita Card. I don't know, Kestrel. I couldn't tell either. Thank you, Abigail. I will. Anna Banana. Angel K, Nicole Hazelmiller, no one. Died Howlite, probably no one. Well, if it isn't relatable Reese, I thought this was a riff-raff free zone. Tis, Melissa. You got it right. Hey, Jennifer Ogle, thank you. That's a good idea. Lori, take him to the ER, says Maisie Shiloh, who is also on time. Mama Smurf, that's true too. No one. Hey, Jojo. Thank you, Jojo. Is this a different Jojo or is this Jojo under another name? Yeah, that's a good idea too, Kestrel. Contact your doctor, says, yeah. Wanda Parks, okay, I'm glad you're here. I'm doing it for you, girl. We're in this together. Hey, Erica. Thanks, Erica. Thank you, Starlena. Hey, Celeste. He's 22. Okay, I would call or take him to a hospital, maybe. I'm not sure. I think they even okay, Just Jojo, you scared me. I thought it was a different one. I think they even have like a hotline that you could call. What color and brand is my lipstick? Music Life. Welcome in. This is the Sephora lip stain number 93. One of my favorites. Thank you, Kim Leaf. Hey, wine a little bit more. Love the pop of red with the fake turquoise. Thank you, wine a little bit more. Okay. Hey, Peggy Collins. I feel like I haven't seen you for a couple of days. Just Stacy. Thank you, Just Stacy. Yeah, I agree with that, Florence Southard. Hey, Tired Madge. Susan Cook. Reese, can I ask a question having to do with makeup? Susan, you don't have to even preface it with that. You can always ask a question. Of course you can. Hey, Miss Sassafras. Lori, I think it's just I think you need to call a hospital or a doctor, Lori. It sounds like a serious situation that I don't know that we're equipped for. Like maybe you need to call a hospital. I don't know. I feel like there's a hotline. Maybe the mods can post the number for the suicide hotline. Okay, Maisie says, I'm an RN, daughter is an RN. My other daughter is a clinical social worker. We all advise the ER. Okay, thanks, Wanda. Thank you, Lisa Vining. That's kind of concerning to me, and I think that's probably best. Give me one sec. Someone said, hey, Michael, I was just in your show. Is Michael Malloy in here? Okay. Jason says 988 for help. Yeah. I think it's a very serious situation and that scares me. Lori, please let us know. Hey, Ellie J. Hi, and thank you to everyone for their prayers for me and my husband, Mark. I know you had heat stroke. What's going on? Recovering from a huge heart attack this evening. Thank God for his good friends and support. Oh my God, Ellie J. Hey, Lumen, that's really serious. I didn't know Mark had a heart attack. I knew that you had heat stroke. Oh my God, Ellie J. Yeah, huge thoughts, prayers, love to you and Mark and everybody who's struggling. I also want to say she probably isn't in here, but Deanna Downey. I love Deanna Downey and I want to send just some love her way too, guys. Anybody who needs it. This is real stuff and people struggle and people have heart attacks and people have health issues and mental health issues and we take it seriously. And I mean it. And that's one of the things I love about this group is getting a bunch of people together to send wishes, thoughts, healing vibes, prayers, anything. Thank you for telling us that there, Ellie J. And I'm sorry. I love you and Mark, and I'm sorry. Please keep us posted. That's so horrific. And plus, you just had heat stroke. Thank you for your super chat. That's terrifying. Melissa 988 hotline. Thank you for becoming a member, Just Stacy. That's really kind. Yeah, definitely. Guys, I have to send Huxley a text real quick. I forgot to tell him I was live because he's mowing. Okay. Hey, Kim is blue. Yeah, Ellie J. Love you, Ellie J. So many are having struggles right now. Anxiety is through the roof. I agree with that so much, Wanda. And it's also okay to admit to that. I just want to, hey, love and life. Look at all the support in here. That's where it's at, Lumen. That's where I want to be. That's what I want to support is all of the love and support that comes from channels like this. Hey, Kim Hallman, welcome in. DNV, it's good to see you. Yeah, I like this. Leslie says, Lori, he's telling you what he needs. Please take him today. That's a great, great point that we all should take from that. Lori, Susan Cook, I don't know. I don't use eyelash growth products. Hey, Leo. Thank you, Just Stacy. That's very, very kind of you. It never is taken for granted. Thank you. I think this is a serious to you as well, Dee. I think this is a serious topic right here. This comment tells a lot, right? Hey, Julia, Lori, he's telling you what he needs. He's telling you what he needs. I think all of us, there you go. Yeah, Nikki R. I think all of us need to take note of that because that's very serious and true. If we have a family member or a friend that is displaying something like that, they're telling you what they need, right? So I really like that you said that. Hey, Mimi, thank you for your kind comment earlier. Hey, Jojo. Mimi, your comment was so nice that you left on my channel. Thank you for that. Yeah, don't mess with your health. Mental health is not taken seriously enough. And I'm not even a person to say that. I'm not even qualified to say that. I'm new to the world, but I notice it, even me, coming out of Scientology. Hey, old Charlie, it's so much more than I ever realized. It makes me very sad. It's a topic that I would really like to address. Hey, Joel, for everyone who is struggling, we're all here for you. Joel, you're such a kind supporter. We love you. Thank you, Joel. That is really a nice thing to say. And thank you for supporting me with the super chat. That is very, very kind. Thank you for supporting everyone else and me, Joel. We love you and thank you. That's nothing to mess with. And Susan Cook, you're an angel. Thank you. And I'm sorry I don't know of an eyelash growth product. You know, when I worked in, hey, Hox, yeah. Did you see my text? Okay, just check it. Thank you. I worked, hey, Saved by Grace. When I worked for ophthalmologists, the big product was Latisse. And I got samples of it from the drug reps, but I did not use it. I was not comfortable with that. And once you stop using it, it stops working. But also, there was way too many side effects that were potentially harmful to the iris, to the cornea, things like that. And so I don't mess with that kind of stuff. But Susan, I'm sorry I don't have an answer. Thank you for your super sticker, babe. We love you, Lori Lee. Please let us know. He wants to go to the ER. I'm really scared. I don't think he's suicidal, but he's not okay. Well, Lori, the ER is a beautiful place for that. I know you're scared as a mother. I totally get that, but he's in really good hands being in an ER. They are trained. They're not scared. They know what to do. That's what they go to school for, and bless those people. I'm very, very thankful for any first responder type people for that reason. We're lucky to have access to that, Lori, and grateful. Hey, Ty Mark, and I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but I know you're scared right now. Yeah, you're terrified. I get that. I really deeply get that. We worry as moms so much, and our kids are our most important everything. So, hey, Becky USA, but I know you're scared, but my point is they know what they're doing. Put him in the right hands because they know what they're doing. And that would make all of us feel much, much better because we want him to be safe. It's a goal. We want him to be safe. He's a child. He's 22. He's a kid. He has the whole world in front of him. We want him to be back on his feet as fast as possible. So please go, Lori. And if he wants to go, I think that's beautiful. He's asking for that help. Let him get that help, and they will give him that help, which is a gift. We're lucky to have that access to that, right? Yeah, mental health can absolutely be taken care of at an ER, or they can at least put him somewhere where he can be helped. It's very important, Lori. You got to look at the alternative. Do it, please. Yeah, don't take chances. Thank you, Becky USA. It's good to see you. I'm not one to I am not one to speak to mental health. Coming from Scientology, hey, drive-in fan. Yeah, Leslie D. Hey, nurse who loved me. You're welcome, and I hope you had a good birthday. Yeah, Wanda, exactly. I feel like it's kind of crappy of me to talk about mental health because I'm the last person that should, right? I came from Scientology. I know nothing about the real world. I really don't. But I see now more than ever after talking and being lucky enough to know all of you, know some of your backgrounds, your stories, things like that. It's huge. It's a huge issue and it's real. And I hate that all my life it hasn't been real, right? It hasn't been real. And my first husband is a great, great, great example of real struggles with mental issues. And thank you, Shell. And Kathy, thank you for putting that up. Real struggles with mental health issues that were never taken seriously in Scientology. He had real issues. He was screaming for help. And I don't think so, Maisie. And I wish that had been dealt with differently. Even, I mean, on my part, but like it wasn't just me involved, it was his mother. But if you guys watched the Leah Remini show, like there was an episode of a family who had a child with mental health issues. And what was that? They put him on something. It's what Lisa McPherson had to do, but I didn't have any direct experience with that rundown. It was some kind of a rundown that LRH wrote up for when someone's basically having a mental breakdown. Like you isolate them and you give them like, it was horrible, Lisa Kelson, but like, just like, I guess what I'm trying to say without triggering a bunch of stuff here with people is like, Reese, you'll just be here, make so many people feel so much better. Joel, I love you. And thank you for saying that. I really am glad I came on tonight. I wasn't going to. I just kind of, I was in my own head. I was like, I don't feel special enough. I don't feel like I need to be on tonight. They heard me babble last night about absolutely nothing. I ended last night's stream and I texted my mods and I was like, they said, nice stream, Reese. And I was like, are you kidding? You don't have to be nice. It was awful. It sucked. I had nothing important to talk about and I babbled for 2 hours. I don't love those. It makes me feel uncomfortable. And like, if I'm going to do this, I want to do it. Like, I want to bring something to the table. Otherwise, I feel like I'm wasting your time. Hey, Susan, thank you so much for the super sticker again. End of life rundown? No, that's not it. No one. Introspection. There we go. It's just going to ask no one. Susan, thank you for that. It really helps me. I appreciate that. Introspection rundown. Yes. Where you're constantly watched. Thanks, Kim is blue. They lock you in a room. Yeah, it's thanks to old Charlie says it was a great effort. I love when you guys are real with me. Thanks, Trixie. Reese, I think you are a huge voice for mental health advocacy precisely because you were raised to dismiss it. That's an interesting viewpoint on it. You were able to take a huge step to get help. You are such a success story. Okay, well, Melissa, see, you just flipped it to your perspective, and I appreciate that. That's what I love the most about this channel is we can, like, I thank you, Joel. Like, I could think something totally different, like I just did. I look at it from a negative point of view, and someone like Melissa comes along, and this happens to me every day. And like, I had some people leave comments on last night's show and go, I loved tonight's show. It really helped me with this. And I was like, wow, because it didn't help me. I thought it sucked. It tanked. It bottomed out. HC from LBC. Love you. Hey, Leslie Mosley. I love the long streams. It's like a long chat with a group of friends. Thank you, Tymark. I do too. And I need to just chalk it up to that. Like, it doesn't have to be profound every time, Reese. Sometimes it's just us sitting around with friends, chatting and enjoying ourselves and shining light on certain things. It doesn't have to be this like, wow, you knocked it out of the park. I just don't want to ever feel like I'm wasting your time. And sometimes I end a stream and I'm like, could have done without tonight. Could have done without it. You really could have, Reese. You were not interesting at all. I feel like it's the end of Billy Madison, where the guy's like, at no point during your babbling, incoherent rambling did you come to any kind of a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for hearing your answer. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. And then Adam Sandler's like, okay, a simple wrong would have been fine, but he's like, Mr. Madison, he's like, that was the dumbest thing anyone's ever heard. What does he say? He's like, at no point. Oh, I know what he's like. At no point at your babbling, incoherent ramblings did you even come to a rational thought. He's like, everyone in this room is now dumber for listening to that. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. Sometimes when I finish a stream, I hear that. Like, Reese, your incoherent ramblings didn't even come to a rational thought. Everyone in that chat is now dumber for having listened to you for 2 hours. Reese, we award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul, girl. Thanks, Angel K. Hey, Rain Virus. We're having a Reese kind of day in a small town, antique shopping and small local restaurant. I love that. I wish I was there. I feel like I am there because that's my existence in life. Rain, I love you, and tell Joe hello. Well, Susan Cook, I really, really appreciate it. Whether you super sticker me or not, I can feel it, and I appreciate that so much. Thank you. You immediately helped folks connect each other with mental health supports by going live today. That's a great example of just how showing up for others can have a huge impact regardless of what's said. Nikki, thank you. Jojo, I love your streams. They help even your babbling ramblings because they distract me from my issues. Good. I award you no points. And may God have mercy on your soul, Reese. I love you, Erica. Reese, read my above message. Reese, I will, Joe. I know you may not think you're bringing anything to the table for a stream, but you're just talking maybe exactly what some of us need at that time. Never think you are not enough. I love you, Vicky C. That is such a nice thing to say. Hey, Barbara, wait. Let's go back and find Joe. All right, Joe, I can't find it. How far back, brother? Dang. All right, well, this is pretty far, Joe. I've gone pretty far. I feel like I've gone a couple miles here. It's starting to get weird. I'm starting to feel uncomfortable. I'm losing the crowd. It's dead air out there, Joe. It's dead air out there. Read by above message, man. I just scrolled back down. Where? Are you talking about Rain's message? I just read that one. You're scaring me and you're scaring the rest of the crowd. I award you no points, Joe. May God have mercy on your soul. Joe, it doesn't exist, man. Quit. You're just messing up. Is this am I being punked? Where's Ashton? I can't find it. I really tried, Joe. I tried for you. Just like I would let Liz Tricks take you to a buffet sometime. I texted you a screenshot. All right, well, you did the right thing. Here it is. It actually is a real screenshot. Howdy, Reese. We are at dinner. Rain is getting a blackberry cobbler and I'm getting chocolate cake. Check your text. That's annoying. Thanks for rubbing it in. But we are at an antique store and shop. Ew. Joe, that's. Oh my God. You're scaring me. All right. Well, I have to scare everybody else because you're frightening my life. Look what they found. A Billiken. Kathy Ann, I'm happy that you're here. If this doesn't haunt your nightmares for the rest of time, I don't know what will. That's the scariest shit I've ever seen in my life. Thanks, Joe. Thanks for scaring everybody. Did I just get a super chat? Bobo, what are you doing with your life? Jengies? Oh, and there's Sasha. Just because you make the effort and nobody does it better. Aw. Hey, Aline. That is frightening. It's absolutely terrifying. Thank you for scaring the shit out of us, Joe. You really hit it out of the park. We award you no points and may God have mercy on your soul. Kestrel, yeah, we can't see you. You're blocked. Devil looking critter. Yeah, hard pass, says Melissa. Yeah, anybody that's interested in purchasing that, I want you to hit on subscribe and please call for help. Get some help. Call a family member, phone a friend, do something like that. Okay. Whatever you do, though, get the hell out. Yeah, there was a whole shelf of them, Lisa Kelson, and I couldn't be more uncomfortable. I love that picture of you, Tony. Just because you make the effort and nobody does it better. I love Tony's Hooter, and I love that you super chatted me. Thank you. You did not have to do that. And thank you, Laura Lou. That is really kind, Tony. Thank you for that. Huxley and I both appreciate it. It helps. You're supporting your local, well, not local, I guess, because you're not local, but you're supporting small business. Did you know that you're supporting a small business grifter? Your local grifter, right? You are supporting small business by supporting me. That was too long. It was drawn out. I award you no points, Reese, and may God have mercy on your soul. I love it when Bo's curls come out like this. Christine Baker. Oh my God. Bobo. And he's smiley. And he's your best friend. And he's your friendly neighborhood pood. And he looks so cute with this top. Hi, baby steps. I love that, Lisa Kelson. You're my favorite digital panhandler. Thank you, Buffy. Reese is the best grifter of 2025. I feel like I need a speech. Thank you. Thank you. I want to thank all the little people I had to step on to get here. Thank you so much, Kestrel. I appreciate that. Hey, Shell Kel. There's no shame in seeking the mental health help you need. I suffered undiagnosed depression and anxiety for years. Life is better now. I love that because you deserve an amazing life. I love Shelly Kelly. Not only is she a really good person, like Bo, but she has this little Disney voice. And hey, Moon Taxi. And she talks like this. And she goes, I just wanted to add that. And it's the cutest thing. And she has little doe eyes like a Disney character too. And Shelly Kelly is, you can put her in your pocket. She's a Polly Pocket. Love you, Shelly Kelly. And thank you for paying me $5. Amy Edge, I love coming here because it always gives me something. Sometimes silliness, sometimes seriousness. It is our own little piece of YouTube. That is That's a cool way of putting it. That is a really cool way of putting it. Thank you, Amy Edge, and thank you for your super chat. I love that. She's right. I need to not be so hard about it. Sandy Kovacs, so happy that you talked to Tommy and you have some peace. I was going to say space. Either way, it works. Take a tiny Jesus. Bleep, 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 bleep. DS Kitty Diane. Who has never had a change of heart or changed their mind? Certainly not me. Love you always. That's a really nice thing to say. Not everybody feels that way. And I want to say thank you for putting your opinion out there, because people like to put their bad opinions out there. I like when people put their good opinions out there too. Hey, Audrey. Hey, Honey Lou. Sandy Kovacs, that's very, very kind. That's very kind. And I know that Tommy said some nice things about me too. And I know that people want to have opinions about that. Hey, Kevin Conklin. And I want people to feel like they can have opinions about that. The difference is I don't have to go with people's opinions, and I'm not trying to sell my viewpoint on anybody. I just love that we can all have that room to breathe. However, change of heart is a great thing. Forgiveness is a great thing. And just plain simply moving on with love is a great thing. And I have to say again, I am very proud of him. I think he looks great. And I think he's back doing what he loves again. And I watched some of his show last night, and I love that he said he's back and he's moving forward with love again. And that I really, really burned him, and that he has forgiven everything. And he's back to being less stuck in his head about it. And you could tell big time. Thank you, Shelly. Says, I look better. I feel better. I feel like a weight's been lifted because I don't feel like I hate myself, and I don't hate him. And I feel like I love myself more, and I feel like I love him more. Like it's all good and it feels better. And I realize that some people are really going to be upset about that. And I'm not sorry about it, if that makes sense. Like I want to stand firm in how I feel, and I want to own my decisions. And I don't want people making fun of me for my decisions, but of course that's asking too much. But I want to put that out there. I know that there's so many people that were like, I came back because of you leaving Tommy or whatever. Guys, we're not like getting back on Colts and Crims. It's nothing like that. It's just, we really, really loved each other, and it was so painful. And again, I have all kinds of regrets about what I did. And I feel so much better after having a very soothing, cleansing talk with him. It was very healing. And it just felt really like a shift. It felt amazing. And I'm happy for him, and I'm happy for Johnny, and they've never looked better. And I think that's great. I think everybody feels settled about it. And for the last few months, hey, Robin Miners, thank you. Hey, Joy Forbes. I'm glad, Joy Forbes. Hey, Lindy, I just think everybody, you could tell, everybody's been everybody, me and Johnny and Tommy probably have been very unsettled. I need answers ASAP. It's causing problems. Ty Mark, what do you mean? I think we've been very unsettled, and it sucks that it has to be publicly done, right? Because we are public people with public channels. But, oh yeah, Angel K, it helped him a lot to talk to me. Like a lot. We both released a lot of emotion. We both cried a lot, and it was just so great. And I will always believe in forgiveness, love, injecting love into the world. That's what this channel is about, healing. I'm not one to be hateful and hold a grudge and wish hate on somebody. Can you forgive someone who has never apologized? I can, Wanda. Yes, I can, because I am starting to learn that forgiveness is for you, not the other person. It's not the other way around. It doesn't really, hey, Don Pariso, it's not, doesn't matter what the other person feels. Unfortunately, it's if you can get it off your chest and apologize and forgive yourself and forgive, yes. Or if you don't need to apologize. Hey, Joyce Strager, you know what I mean though? I don't know if everyone can. Forgiveness is not everybody's thing. Get down, whatever you want to call it. I think the more you cared, hey, Linda Perales, the more that you cared about a person, the more I think forgiveness matters. But this is just one person's point of view. Don't take what I'm saying as truth. You have to apply what's right for you. And you also, we say this all the time, you have to meet people where they're at. So think about like the haters. They'll never forgive, they'll never be full of love because that's where they're at. Forgiveness is not necessarily about apologies, says Amy Edge. Exactly. Forgiveness is a choice. Absolutely. Hey, Rocks in a Box. Rock says, I have never been able to forgive someone that has never apologized. Yeah, Jojo. And Rocks, see, that's the thing too. Yeah, Music Life is it's totally up to you. It's a case by case thing. 10 or 15 years ago, I wasn't this person. I was hateful. I wouldn't have been forgiving. I hated my dad. I was so angry all the time. I carried that weight around. I cried and I was upset. And I was like, why? So people also change and heal. And that, I believe, love you, Joe, changes things too, changes your viewpoint or perspective on forgiveness. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Dawn, I love you. Let us know. Maybe it isn't, girl. Try not to be afraid. Wait till you see a doctor. Nikki R. Maisie Shiloh, I love you. Your heart is yours to share love with. Give forgiveness, and nobody else can know what gives your heart what it needs. I love that. But that's the thing is like people are going to judge me for saying I talked to Tommy. It feels so good to not care what people think. I can do whatever I want. I also did whatever I want by bringing all this chaos and drama with the long con video. And I feel regrets about that. But now that that's over with, I can also do whatever I want and make my own choices there on how I want to deal with things. And I know that I wasn't feeling good, feeling so unsettled about it because I had a hand in it too. So I think it's just where people are at. I was healed enough to have the conversation with him. Listrick, so happy you and Tommy were able to get a sense of being back on center again and can move forward with peace and sense of joy. That is such a nice thing to say. That is such a nice thing to say. Anger and hate are an ugly look, both on the outside and the inside. They are, and you can see it for yourself. And that's why I don't feel good for you, Lori. I'm glad you took him. I don't feel like, Lindy, that is so nice. Everybody just has such a different opinion about every single thing on planet Earth. Look at politics and how shaky and controversial things are. This is like that. I don't expect people to come together. I know I'm seasoned enough here, guys. I know my customers. Who said it? Judge Judy. I love how she says that. I know my customers. I know my customers. I know enough about YouTube and how things work, and it's humbled me. Like my biggest gift too. Thank you for that, Liz Tricks, and thank you for your super chat. Unforgiveness leads to bitterness. This quote helped me. Bitterness is like drinking poison. Yep, waiting for the other person to die. Here's the other thing that I have to say. Losing all the subscribers I lost, not due to the Tommy thing. I mean, tons of it was due to the Tommy thing. But some of it's due to all the hate that people put out there. Some people who used to be friends of mine who are now enemies of mine, whatever it is, that will also really, like, there is so much gain and loss. There's so much revealed. So while it was happening, and it's still happening, like we want to call it tanking, whatever you want to call it, we can label it whatever we want to call it. While I'm crashing down in the subscriber count, my views are still pretty good. But while I'm crashing down in subscribers, I used to worry about that and not worry like, oh my God, the numbers. Worry like, oh my God, look how many people don't like me. Look how many people have a bad viewpoint of me. Look at how many people have a bad opinion of me. That's what I was worried about. I didn't give a shit so much about the number going down as I thought, oh my God, thousands of people used to like me and now they don't. Bye. I don't feel that way anymore. It humbles you. It's an amazing thing to let the dust settle and go, look who's left. Let's take a look. at the aftermath of what just happened, of how many people went and listened to lies and hatred and what's the word, vitriol. Like, it's actually a good thing. People should go through, like, you don't want to just go straight up like that. It's a good thing. It makes you see things differently. It makes you feel differently. If you're constantly winning, which I feel I am constantly winning. I never felt like I was a loser, but I felt like, oh my God, this is a lot of bleeding. And there's a lot, hey, Don Clark, there's a lot of lies being put out there about me. And I used to go, oh no. And like, people think all this, and I'm getting so much hate, and people email me all this hate. Good for you, Bumblebee. I love that. I subscribe to Tommy's channel today. I like both of you and how you treat each other. Thank you. That is one thing I'll say about the man. You know, he was my best friend, and I, in a very, very strong way, destroyed him and a lot of things about his channel that I don't feel like I had the power or should have had the power to do. I went behind his back. I recorded him secretly. He didn't know he was being recorded. It was super sly. It was super Scientology. It was dirty as shit. And I put it out there. I put it out there because I thought really bad things were coming my way. I was scared. Doesn't make it okay. I played God. I have a lot of regrets there, right? But I will say this, through it all, he didn't come back guns blazing. He didn't try to destroy me. That says a lot about a person's character, in my opinion. It really does. Like, it really makes me think. Like, I've had I've had little relationships with people. We know who they are, right? Like old friendships, and they come out guns blazing, going, I knew Reese and I have receipts and she's evil. Tommy was closest to me more than anybody. He was closest to me. He's the closest person that could have destroyed me if he wanted to. He could have really, really done a number on me. Think about that for a minute. You got all kinds of people who knew me for a blip in time. I've got those ex mods, and I'm not saying that what their voices shouldn't have been heard, but you've got tiny, 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 right? Little relationships compared to the one I had with him, right? Coming out swinging, going, she's evil. I can prove it. She's a bad person, whatever. That guy didn't do any of that. And that speaks volumes to me. It does. I'm just saying that because of your comment. Hey, Michelle P. He didn't, you like how we treat each other. I treated him worse than he treated me, right? So it speaks a lot to me. And that's all I'll say. I'm not trying to, again, I'm not trying to get you to think a certain way. Absolutely. Megan Roberts, that's what I love. Everybody can keep their own opinions about how they feel about Tommy or me. And that's what I'm saying. It humbles you. It humbles you a lot. Like, I don't see it anymore. Like, oh no, my channel is losing. It's just changing. It's growing. It's growing. It's, yeah, Time Mark, it is totally up to you how you want to feel about the situation. I don't control how other people feel. So that's what I'm trying. I guess that was just my point, is I used to look at it as I'm losing. Um, That's such a good point. For all of Tommy's faults, no one can say he didn't love you. Even when everything fell apart, he still kept your relationship to himself. Thank you, Megan Roberts. Michelle P, that's so true. That's what I'm trying to say. It was classy. It was classy. He is not a vindictive person, and that to me is speaks to his character. Look at all these hateful people out here. Hold on, Saved by Grace. Look at all these hateful people out here who are just spewing the hate, right? Over different things and what they feel like they need to say. I just appreciate that he didn't do that. He kept it to himself. You say you have regrets about how it went down. Is it that you regret how you handled it, or was it that some of it wasn't true or blown up because you were hurt? Those are all really good questions, and I think there's truth to all of it. I think there's truth to all of it. And the reason I say I think there's truth to all of it is I think that looking at it now, yeah, Megan, I don't believe that That's okay, Andrew. I don't believe that, what am I trying to say? I don't believe that Tommy is currently a con artist. I really don't. I say that. That's why I'm answering your question. Some of it wasn't true. I don't believe that he's currently a con artist. I think he has been a con artist. I think he has conned people. I think he's robbed banks. I think he was a criminal. I do not think that he's abusive to women. And I think that part of it was me. Yes, I was very hurt. I think the whole thing was wrong because I secretly recorded him and put it out there. And I think that's me, again, me playing God, and I shouldn't have done that. I have regrets with how I handled it. It's exactly what I've been saying. You're welcome. Saved by grace. I don't want to be dishonest. I'm not trying to dodge anything, but I get where people stand. They don't feel trustworthy. Some people do. I'm not, again, trying to sell anyone on anything. And I'm not jumping into streaming with him or anything like that. All I'm trying to paint a picture of is that it's a beautiful thing that when you do that much damage to a person, it can feel good in my heart to be able to forgive and have a very healing conversation. That's the only point I'm trying to make, right? Um, I also do believe people can change. I really do believe that if they want to. Yeah, exactly, Ty Mark, and I agree with that. Hey, Amy, look up Eva Moses Core. She was at Auschwitz. She was a huge advocate for forgiveness because she knew it was the only way to heal herself. She was incredible. She was able to forgive the Nazis. Wow, that's very, very moving and very sad and deep. I would like to look her up. I will come back and look for this because that's incredible. Thank you for sharing that. And see, for me, forgiveness and love is where it's at. That's not for everybody, though. Not everybody feels that way. And I respect, guys, I respect where you stand about it. And we're not here to do a show on Tommy. That's not the point. Thank you for your super chat, Amy. Um, absolutely, Buffy. That's so nice. Thank you for saying that, Bumblebee. Yeah, we're not here to do a stream on that. But I will say, back to nothing to do with Tommy, back to it, I think it's really important to feel um absolutely. And one last thing I guess I'll say about Tommy, it made me think of it. Something that also made a huge difference for me, and again, this may not matter to you guys, but it meant a lot to me. Before I had any conversation with Tommy, he sent me the money back. He sent me the money that I gave to him for plane tickets and stuff like that. He gave me my money back. And I thought, again, that was really classy and the right thing to do. And I didn't even ask for it. We hadn't been talking and he sent it to me. And I didn't need to make that public. And I probably shouldn't have. But that just also speaks to a lot of things as far as a person healing, changing character, things like that. It was really important to me. Night, Lindy. Love you, girl. But I do think that losing, if you want to call it losing, and the reason I say that is success is subjective. I think that we have a very, hey, Jessamine, I think that we have a very successful channel. Hey, Erica H, I don't think we're losing. I don't think it's tanking. I think that it's going through, I think it's going through, right? Like different spurts. I haven't had my channel for 2 years yet. It'll be 2 years in August, guys. So it's coming up. But I have experienced so much fluctuation and loss and gain and hate and growth and setbacks and going forward that without forgiveness, we can't have a peaceful life. I like that, Dawn. It's just not everybody agrees with us on that. Not everybody is going to feel that way. And I respect, that's the point. I respect that. And that's okay. Hey, Robin W. I think having this channel though has really changed so much within me that I go from me too, Elaine. Hey, oh Susie Q. Thank you, Jessamine. Jessamine. Um, you have to prune a bush back for it to grow larger and healthier. That's a beautiful thing. That's true. And that's the way I look at it. Love and life, I agree. And I think that's beautiful. Thank you, love and life. Most of you are really being very kind, and some of you are not as kind, and that's also fair. That's allowed here. It's just hatred isn't allowed here. So I totally get that this is a very controversial topic, and that's why I'm moving away from it now. And this isn't a channel where we're here to talk about him anyway. It just isn't. It's not what my channel's about. Understood, Yorkie Mom. Hey, K-Fic. Rhonda McNeil, I'm just glad to see you, babe. Hey, Kara Patrick. Aline just paid off her SUV. That's huge. Good for you, girl. That's a fucking wonderful feeling. To pay off your car is such an amazing feeling. Oh, I know. The other thing I was going to talk about is the topic of this, because I was talking to a friend about this today. Me too, Robin W. We've touched on this a little bit this week, but this is something that I want to kind of just touch on. Hey, Heather Landau. Thank you, Heather. She loved last night's stream. I thought it flopped, but thank you so much. I'm glad it reached somebody. Thank you, Jessamine. I feel like I wish I could be in one right now. We've touched on this a little bit, but I've been talking with a friend about this. Hey, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. I've been talking to Huxley about this, and I talked to a friend about this. I think this is really important, especially this day and age. Thank you, Ty Mark. Sharon, welcome in. This day and age. Hey, Lady O. When I say this day and age, I mean social media. I'm on the phone too much, and I can tell because my voice is like, sorry, guys. The reason I titled this Virtual Insanity, I love that song. That's a great song. But thank you, Cliff Ann. We have to, I talk to Huxley about this a lot. This is another thing I've learned in almost 2 years of having a YouTube channel. And I talked about this, kind of skated over it, like me not feeling like people are very entitled. People want to know answers about my life. People want to know things. People want to email me their opinions. People want to be hateful. People make full on dedicate their channels to my life, right? Good. I'm happy to hear that, Lori Lee. Thank you, old Charlie. It feels good to take that step back, check in with yourself, and identify that you have a choice. And what I mean by that is being grounded in what's real. And it's so easy to get addicted to the social media part of this. Now, I don't believe these are parasocial relationships. I know a lot of you privately, personally. And I've made so many friendships here. Hey, Carrie Wilson. At the same time, hey, Katie did it. At the same time, I'm trying to think of how I want it, like what I want to, I have the concept, but I don't have the words yet. I do that sometimes. It's easy to get stuck in the virtuality, like it's not real. A lot of these people, these hate messages, the shit, the lies that people put out there, it's not real, right? Debbie A. Reese wants peace in her life. She's not going to hold grudges. We can all learn from that. Debbie A., that is such a nice thing to say. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Riley's human. Yeah, Trixie, these relationships might have started as parasocial, but have grown into much more than that. Absolutely. I guess what I'm trying to say is not everything deserves a lot of attention, effort, energy. What people are saying, a lot of it is not real. Thank you, Lady O. Hey, Linda Garden Lady, it's not real. Do you guys understand what I mean? because you probably don't. Because what I just said, you're sitting here going, yeah, but you're talking to a chat. The people who hide behind weird rando names, anonymous stuff, posting hate, or even the people who come on and show their faces and talk about hate and lies, it's not real. Is that real to you, what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Jojo, I'm happy to hear that. It doesn't matter anymore. It used to matter to me. People would reach out and go, oh my God, this person just said this, and I think you need to be aware of it. We wish them well. It's not real. Thank you, Linda Garden Lady. It isn't. When I hit end stream, I get up and I go cook dinner, and I have a conversation with my kid, and I take the dogs out, and I might talk to my mom. And I cracked my windshield the other day. A rock hit my fucking windshield, and I'm really pissed about it. And I haven't called to see how much that's a quote or estimate on that. Things like that are real. Those are real life issues. Paying bills are real. My dad's cancer is real. Lori Lee's situation right now, Deanna Downey, Ellie J's husband, Mark. Those are real things. Buffy, yesterday on Monday, we were sending her thoughts and wishes. She was having a really hard day. Aline just paid off her car. Robin W. It's good things and bad things, but those are what's real. And I don't care anymore when someone reaches out and says, I think you should know this person just posted this. It's not, yeah, Time Mark, this is different because I know you personally. You don't apply here. I don't have AAA, no. Yeah, it's annoying, Erica. Something to consider, some of us are using a different name for many reasons, like we don't want Scientology to know who we are. So Sweet Pea, the sailor dog, cute. Welcome in. I love that name. Time Mark, I'm not speaking to you. I'm not speaking to anyone in here that we've known and been friends with for all this time, or someone new like Taz the Bulldog or Alabama Rose. We don't know Alabama Rose's real name. I don't know Taz the Bulldog's real name. Hey, Haggis Basher, Margie Barr. That's not the point. I'm talking about people who hide behind fake names to be hateful. People who have YouTube channels who only use their voices and not their faces to talk shit about me. There's a difference, Time Mark. You're a loving member of this community. I'm talking about people who hide behind shit to spread lies and hate. It's not real. I'm not saying you're not real. Hey, Muffet Lou. Like Muffet Lou, I know her real name. Doesn't make her any less real because she uses the name Muffet Lou. Me too, Haggis Basher. Do you see the difference in what I mean? Of course, you don't have to use your real name. I'm not telling people to come out here and use their real names. Hey, P. Taylor. It's the point that people hide behind stuff to seem intimidating and think they're using their voice. What they're really using is their keyboard and lies, right? I know, Time Mark, but I'm glad you brought that up because I want to be clear about that. But what's real is baby steps. Getting resolution is good. You seem better, but don't let it take away all caution. I think some of us are just protective of you. And I love that. Interesting. Wizard Owlin Celestial. Isn't her real name Muffet? Muffet Lou. Yeah, her last name is Lou. Baby steps, thank you for that. And I love that you are cautious and protective of me. Thank you for your super chat. I love that. Those are my friends. Friends are cautious and protective of friends, right? Interesting. I didn't know we had so many ex-Scientologists. Hey, Mr. Rebel. I'm an ex-Scientologist, was a member of Nashville Church from 2012 to 2017. So then you know my stepbrothers and stepsisters. You know the Condons, don't you? You know Matt. What's his name? Matt. Oh, I can't think of the names. Courtney, Tiffany, Matt. Isn't his name Matt? He was the course soup there. I can't think of the boys' names because I didn't know the boys as much. You know them. That's interesting. Non-commentator, another ex-Scientologist. I love that hey, Karen Schneck. I love that we have all these ex-Scientologists in here. I didn't know that. It's about the intent behind the pseudonym. Exactly. Exactly. I think I have a $500 deductible too. How much was your windshield? I don't know if I want to know. This channel gets better every day. I love you, Joel Sachs. Thank you. Hey, Anna Pikachu Hunter. My real name is Linda, but that's also Gertie's name. So Lumen, I can't believe you just gave out your real name. The CIA is coming for you, girl. Wowee, Haggis Basher. I agree. There's a lot of former Scientologists. I have no tolerance for hatred. Thank you, Mr. Rebel. And I will tell you, neither do my mods. Yeah, Nikki R. That's a great point. There's a difference between criticism or concerns or disagreement and saying things to hurt other people. Sometimes it can be hard to tell if someone is hurt or afraid other than attacking. See, though, I agree with this. And that's why I just tell the mods, all that's not allowed in here is actual hatred. So coming in here and saying Reese is a grifting piece of shit, you're out, right? That's hatred and you're not trying to help anything. But people with real opinions, challenging that, viewpoints, that's always, always welcome here. Hey, Alabama Rose, I was just talking about you. I love the name. Wait, I was really close to the Steins. They're the ones who got me into it. I don't know the Steins, but hey, Bo Beats, you would know the Condons if you were there. They're still there. No, Mr. Rebel, racism is not tolerated here either. None of that's tolerated here ever, ever. I love all the names people use in chat. It's different if someone has a channel and using it for hate, but they won't use their real name or their face. Yeah, we are all created equal. There's just a different, we're smart people. There's a difference, right? Love you, Linda Garden Lady. Oh, you did know them. I was going to say you would know them. Max, not Matt. I'm like, his name isn't Matt. Why do I keep saying that? Max Dylan, and I can't remember the middle one's name. He was the really attractive one. He got married and had a kid. Spencer, Max, Dylan, Courtney, and Tiffany. Those are my step siblings, and they're all in the Nashville org. That was it. So you know them. Of course you know them. My father moved here for them. He loves those kids more than he loves his own. I did not know your actual name was Jennifer, but I could have guessed that, and I love that picture. Hey, Angie Mo. Gracie. Thank you, Gracie, and I'm happy to see you. I feel like it's been a minute. I love all the ex-Scientologists in here. I got to reach out to Dylan. We haven't seen Dylan for a minute. I got to reach out to Dylan and Tori. We were going to do a stream together, and that's important to me. I don't do streams with people much anymore, but I really want to spread the word about Scientology, and I also it's important for me to spread the word, but also it's healing for me to talk to ex-Scientologists. I have a question for you. If you know Spencer, so Spencer was your course soup. He was really strict in the course room. He was also very attractive. I'm not going to lie. He was really the cute one. The rest of them were not so cute. He was hot. I have a question then. Do you know my dad? Because my dad is a Nashville public, Gene Wally, and his wife, Gisela. Do you know my dad? Yes, I know your real name, Buffy. I love you, Joel. Thanks for saying that. Oh, this is your first visit, Mr. Rebel. Well, welcome in. I knew I didn't recognize your name. I know my class. I have never seen you, and welcome. You're always welcome here. Do you know my father? I need to know that. If you know my dad, if you know Spencer, then you know my dad. Erica H, I have a Scientology question. Clearing the planet, so I'm making sure I don't miss that. Clearing the planet, I'm assuming, is making it good. Why are they so aggressive to everyone if they're touting good? Oh, you don't know my dad. Okay. He's also a flag public. He goes to flag like 6 or 8 months out of the year. So maybe you don't. Yeah, Mr. Rebel, welcome in. Clearing the planet is very good. Yes, clearing planet Earth so that we can have a sane environment, and then eventually we go to Target 2. It's really creepy. It's definitely a good thing to clear the planet. Why are they so aggressive to everyone if they are touting good? So I had the same question, just in a different format. If we are so good, so LRH says, "Hey, Holiday, quote, communication is the universal solvent." So a lot of Scientologists will say communication's key, communication's the universal solvent. My dad used to say that all the time. If that's true, why can't we fix broken families within the church? My father stopped talking to me at 16, and I remained a Scientologist until I was 38. He is still a Scientologist. If that's true, I ask the same question you ask. How, right? How does that work? If you guys can't bring simple families together within your own organization, how the hell are you going to clear planet Earth when it's full of deadly, terrible people out there, criminals, right? Right? I don't know the answer to that. Griselda Stein was who got me in. She had a life improvement center in Chattanooga for a while. I'm originally from. Interesting. Okay, I've never heard of her. Hold on just a second. Hey, Victoria. Oh, Max joined the Sea Org. I forgot. He just joined the Sea Org. That's right. I just read your text. Yes, I forgot about that. Yeah, so that's all I'm getting at. I actually wasn't going to stay on tonight for the 2 hours. I wanted to just hop on, and because I said I would, and your bio dad sounds very dysfunctional. They would lose money if they forced him to act morally correct. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Dan Eddington came and stayed at my house in Kansas City for a week with Kyle. What's his name? His wife's name, Kyle. Kyle moved to California. Dan, hey, Gogo the Greek. Dan Eddington. Dan Eddington was also kind of attractive. He came and stayed in my house for a week. I got to know Dan Eddington really well. He wasn't married to, I think his wife's name is Amanda. He wasn't married to her at the time. They had a baby and everything. This was all before that. Thank you, Jessamine. Dan is tall and he's a drink of water, but he's a creepy, creepy Scientologist. And yeah, I know who that is. I know Dan. I forgot all about Kyle. What is his last name? He was Italian and he looked like Ray Liotta. Julie, that is such a nice thing to say. Hey, dark sarcasm. Well, so I have a question about this. And this is a true question. I think you should go ask Tommy this question. Hey, Heather MC. This person says, I'm 6-year-old lurker here from the beginning. Thank you for being here. Listen up. I'm not judging. I don't feel like you are. But what are your thoughts on the people who got conned out of their money? What should they do in your opinion? Okay, so I want to kind of clear this up because Tommy said this last night. I thought this was interesting. No one has come forward to say they were conned. The person in that video, right, that I had covered up her name, but Casper did not, right? He doxed her. She has come out and said, Tommy and I are super tight and I support him and I'm his friend. I never was conned. Okay. So that was the biggest person in that video. I'm not saying there aren't people, but he said that last night. He said, I want anyone to come forward who's saying that I conned them out of money. So to say that, listen up, and I appreciate your respectful question, but I don't know. I don't know who these people are. And I'm not saying there are none. I'm just saying I don't know. The main person in that video is still a friend of his. And I think it's all in her perspective on that. And she has come out and said, I was never conned. We're friends and I was never conned. That is between them, right? This is what I mean. I should have never made that public in the first place. But I do want to say, right, no, Bo Beats, right. But I'm saying currently, I don't think he's doing that. I think he was a con artist in the past. I think he was a criminal. He's admitted to those things through his own mouth This isn't me saying anything. I just also I want to get off of this topic because a lot of people don't want me talking about Tommy, and I respect that, and that's not what my channel is about. And I think that it's okay to ask him. But last night he said that. He said that. He was like, I would like to know. Um, she said it on his channel, Time Mark. She went on to his channel. Lisa did. She went on to his channel and she said, I'm a very private person, but my name was doxxed from that. And we are still tight. And yeah, okay, there you go. Yorkie mom, that's fair. And I really don't feel I feel uncomfortable speaking for Tommy at this point. That's why I'm saying, like, if you need to, like, reach out to him. I'm not defend. Yeah, exactly. Reese hasn't defended his actions or giving the okay for anything that happened. I'm not. But at the same time, this is such a hot topic. But I have to say, like, that's between him and that lady. They're still friends and I respect it. Whatever. It never was my business. That's what I'm saying. It never felt okay for me to go secretly record someone and put it out there. I'll never do that again. It's wrong. I felt like it was wrong. But I will say I'm glad that I don't know her, like I don't know her super well. I'm glad that that woman has said, like, I don't feel like I was conned. Great. Great. It's also not my business and it should have never been my business. Right? That's how I feel about it. That's where I stand on it. And like I said, he paid me back my money and that meant a lot to me. That meant a lot to me. Nor does he have to, Kestrel. Hey, baby angel. I wouldn't expect him. I wouldn't expect that. I don't know. But I don't run Tommy and I don't run the lifeboat. And I'm not going to answer questions that are making me uncomfortable because they're more geared at him. Does that make sense? I'm not going to be put in the hot seat and asking questions that shouldn't be questions for me, is what I'm saying. Jesse Brinker. Oh, yeah. Isn't that a female? What was her? Well, I don't want to make you say it, but I know her previous. Never mind. Let me ask you this: was her maiden name start with an H? I know her family and I knew her father. Yes, they're Kansas City public. Do you know the Solovskis? The Solovskis also moved from Kansas City and moved to Nashville. A scripture regarding Tommy, Abigail. The Lord says, now let's settle the matter. You are stained red with sin, but I will wash you as clean as snow. Although your stains are deep red, you will be as white as wool. Oh, I love that. Hey, West Coast Fancy Nancy. Never mind then, Wizard. I'm wrong. Thank you, Dark Sarcasm. Thank you, Yorkie Mom. And I'm glad you did. Pam, you know I love you. I love, love, love your opinions and viewpoints on things, Pam. I look forward to you in the Zoom call every month for that reason, because you just lay it out there. And I've always loved that. You're just very to the point. Yeah, Heather, he did. He did. P. Taylor says, I think differently about Tommy after his stream yesterday. I resubscribed. That's great. I appreciate that. I'm sure he does too. But again, guys, there's a fine line here. I'm not asking you to feel the way I feel or the way P. Taylor feels. So please know that I respect wherever you stand on this. I'm not out here trying to sell this story. And I need to make that very, very clear, because I don't even want to discuss Tommy anymore. Like, I think we've beat that horse dead, right? It's over. I got the closure and I got the conversation that I wanted out of it. Yeah, Time Mark exactly said Reese should not answer people's questions about him, but at the same time should stop talking about him. I totally agree with that. And I think that's with respect to him. It's not fair. I'm not going to answer questions that I don't know the answers to or that pertain more to something he should answer, right? I want to read this again. The Lord says, now let's settle the matter. You are stained red with sin, but I will wash you as clean as snow. Although your stains are deep red, you will be as white as wool. That is really cool. I'm trying to get a concept of that, but I really like it. I really like it. Abigail, I love, love, love your scripture. Thank you. And thank you for the super chat, my friend. Thank you for your time and this channel. Bumblebee, I love you. Thank you. That is really, really nice. I love Bumblebee. I think time will tell, baby steps. Absolutely. And I agree with that very much. And thank you. Thank you for your super chat, babe. Reese, have you heard from Sterling? I have not. I have not, but I hope he's doing well. I love Sterling. Time Mark, I totally get it. And I agree with you. Yeah, Jessamine. Yeah. Bumblebee, thank you again. Guys, I mean it. I feel very, yeah, Nikki R, thank you. I feel very cleansed, and I don't need anyone to tell me I'm cleansed. I don't need anyone to tell me I'm dirty. I don't need anyone to do any of that. I'm not reaching for external validation here. And I know I said that before, but it feels so good. And I hope people follow me in doing that. You don't need external validation from family, from social media, from anything. No one has to know anything you don't want to explain about. You run your own show. And I love that. I love this new feeling. I don't have to explain myself. Let the haters run with this stuff. I hope you don't become a hater over it. But I also take that into consideration. I know people are going to leave. It's part of the game. It's part of it. Thank you, Angel K. Yeah, I don't know, Michelle. Hey, Audra in Denver. Thank you, Audra in Denver. I'm going to take my car in to get it looked at. It sucks. I hate it. I just got the stupid radiator done for that thing. There's a lot of rocks here. I had to get a new radiator because a rock hit my radiator and cracked the effing thing. I was like, what in the hell? It sucked. Brian Fessler. I've heard the name, but I don't know him, Wizard. I'm so happy, by the way, that you're here. I don't recognize your name. Yeah, Michelle P. I get it. I get it. I don't recognize your name, but I want you to feel welcome here. And I honestly would love to have more ex-Scientologists. I enjoy talking to you guys. I feel closer, of course, like it feels like home for me. And I don't expect everyone to understand that. But I make a lot of love in my heart for you guys. I have a lot of respect for ex-Scientologists. I'm proud of you. Thank you for being here. Hey, DNV, I understand completely. I hope to see you this Sunday. Love you, Buffy. I'm not saying it's easy, guys. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying, listen up. You were great. And I'm glad you came out of lurker mode. It's totally okay. I'm glad that you asked me that question. Hey, Natalie Strasser. I just want to say thank you for listening to me. It's not an easy conversation to have. It's not. And I'm sharing with you because I want to share with you. And that means something to me. And I have to be careful because people are going to run with this. And there's nothing I can do about that. The problem is people are going to run with lies and rumors anyway. So you might as well not lie. You might as well not hide things. Bye, Wizard. Thanks for being here. What was the alternative? I don't have hate in my heart. Thank you, Listen Up. It is weird, Michelle P. People have given me money, like people who went from being a fan here or a friend to a hater will take that's what I mean. They'll go to a hate chat and go, I gave Reese $50 super chat, or I was a member for 6 months. I want my money back, or something like that. That doesn't mean I conned you. Like, that's a weird thing to say because I've experienced it. Tommy aside, let's not even talk about him. I've had people say, like, I gave a $20 super chat. She took my money. It's like, this is worldwide for people to see. That doesn't make you a con artist. I'm sorry, but it doesn't. And I don't feel weird about it. It does my heart so good to hear where you are now. Back in the day, I remember praying you would get to this place. You got here quicker than I imagined. I'm very relieved to hear where you are. I love you, Robin. Thank you. And that's not to shame anyone or make them feel bad, but I'm talking about me now. I'm not talking about Tommy, right? I'm talking about me. I've experienced that. I've had people say to me, like, I gave you $20, bitch. And I'm like, Can I go into a restaurant that I ate at 6 months ago and find the server and go, I want that tip back? You're a shitty person. I decided I don't like you. Like, that's how I equate that for me. For me, it's like, I don't think that's how that works. I don't think you can tip somebody and then come back months later and go, I want my fucking money back. I decided you're a bad person. Right? Yeah, Yorkie mom. I understand what you're saying, Pam. So that's all. It's a tough subject, and I'm not going to go into it anymore because it is a heated subject. But I want to say this. Thank you for respecting me. If you don't want to be here anymore, yeah, Barbara Wait, if you don't want to be here anymore because of this, what I said today and my support there, please understand that I get that. I that's what I'm saying. It has humbled the shit out of me to lose 4,000 subs. In a way, it's been a very good thing for me because I understand the reality of things, and I understand people have a choice and a voice. This is not a cult. This is not groupthink. If this isn't for you anymore, thank you, Just Stacy. That is so kind. Hey, Mayor, if this isn't for you anymore, I will always be here if you want to come back. Right? This is always a loving place to land and no questions asked. The only thing that's not allowed here is hate. But we've got people that have come back. Viggy Cat came back, and I'm so happy. That warms me up. But I totally get the fluctuation of like people wanting to leave and people staying and people changing their minds, and you're allowed to do that. So I just want to say thank you for listening to me. Please hit subscribe if you want to be subscribed. YouTube often unsubscribes. Thank you, Bo Beats. That means a lot. We cannot please everybody, but know that I will never, ever tear Tommy down, just like he never tore me down. That speaks volumes to me, what he did. I talked about that tonight, and it means a lot to me. And I'm proud of him. I'm proud of where he's at. I think he's in a great space, and I think that's great. Not all of you are going to feel that way, and I understand. I hear you, and I understand. We can all have different opinions. No one's asking anyone to think a certain way. If you don't want to be here, please reject kindly. Yes. Thank you, Audra in Denver. I'm sure he appreciated that. Thank you for being a member, Deborah. The strength and power in your voice is clearer and stronger than ever. I'm proud of you. Thank you, Heather. Reese has helped me. She doesn't even know this. Love you, Michael Malloy. I'm glad. Thank you, guys. For the ones who, yes, Joel, for the ones who are saying, I'm here to stay, I already knew you guys were here to stay. But there are people who won't. And I accept, like I told my mother-in-law when she left me from Scientology, I said, I accept your disconnection with love. I accept your unsubscribing with love or your hatred with love, whatever it is. Nothing's going to hurt me more than the hurt I've already experienced. So I totally get it. And I wish everybody well, whether they leave or go or stay, right? So thank you for listening to me tonight. It meant a ton. Thank you for your super chats. It always means so much to me and Huxley. It's very supportive. Thank you for your memberships. And I just really, more than anything, always appreciate your time. For you guys, for almost 350 people to sit here with me is incredible. I never take it for granted. I'm very, very, very lucky, and I feel honored. The honor is mine. I hope you know that. Like, it means everything to me that you guys spend this kind of time with me. It's my love language. It is. Quality time is my love language. And it's very validating, and I love you guys. And I hope I didn't upset anyone. I hope I didn't offend anybody. Even if you disagree, I hope we can still love and respect each other. That's where I'm at. Not asking anybody to follow this journey with me. I will walk it alone. But thank you for listening to me, right? Hey, Tony P. That is so kind, Marie Marion. Your lives are my favorite part of my day. I love you. Much love. Stacy, love you, girl. Guys, thank you. Love you, Wine a little bit more. Love you, Mare. Love you, Andy. Guys, I mean it. I'll be back tomorrow's Wednesday. Let's do a show tomorrow. I won't skip it. Love you, Kevin Conklin. Joel, I'm glad I've never offended you. I never want to offend anybody. I know my opinions and my personality can come off strong, but I never do it with the intentions of being harmful. I hope people understand that. The ones that need to hear that will accept and understand that, and some people won't. But I hope that you understand that I never love you, good vibes. I never, thank you, Yorkie Mom. That means a lot. I never want anyone to feel offended by me because that is never my intention. Nor is it on this channel. It's not allowed. I don't want to harm anybody. Thank you, Listen Up. I'm glad you spoke up today. Thanks, Dark Sarcasm. Abigail wanted this yesterday. God, who shows you his kindness and who has called you through Christ Jesus to his eternal glory, will restore, strengthen, support, and make you strong as you suffer for a little while. Oh, I love that. God, who shows you his kindness and who has called you through Christ Jesus to his eternal glory, will restore, strengthen, support, and make you strong as you suffer for a little while. That's a beautiful thing. That makes me think of while you're here on earth. I love that. Thank you, Abigail. That's beautiful. Your scriptures are absolutely beautiful. Very healing. Thank you for your super chat, Abigail. We love you. We really do. What time tomorrow, Gracie? Probably around 4, like mid-afternoon. Let's do a mid-afternoon stream. All right, guys, I will see you then. And thank you, Joel. Thank you again, guys. I mean it. Thank you for the super chats. I'm very grateful for that. And so is Hux. All right, here comes Fred, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.